Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. Didn't have any classes today. Didn't have any finals today. So I just kind of slept in this morning. Got up and went to the gym. Went and picked up my hat at the Mexican restaurant. I left it at last night. And ate some lunch. So now I'm sitting here trying to upload the vlog. Hopefully won't have any technical difficulties like we did yesterday. That was weird. It was like it just kind of like deformed the video that I had. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't do it. If it does it again, I will take the camera to Best Buy and get them to replace it. But it shouldn't do it again, I don't think. Hasn't done it before, but if it does it again, I'll take it back. It could be the card and it could be the camera. We'll start with the camera because I can get it replaced for free. The card I can't. So. And I need to renew the coverage on my camera as well. But I've got about an hour and 10 minutes until I gotta get ready to leave for work. I actually work tonight. I haven't worked in forever. It's been quite a while since I've worked, and I haven't. It's been nice, but once I go back, I know I'll be like, oh my god, I've been off for so long. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So. Yeah, tonight should be interesting. But, anyway, I'm going to sit down and try to upload the vlog and get some stuff done. So I will see you guys in a few. Remember how I said I thought that history paper was good? I made a 94 on it. Heck yeah. So I passed that class with flying colors. I made an A in it, I'm pretty sure. I made an 85 on one of my papers, 86 and a 94. That's got to be an A. Has to be. Well, I'm getting ready to go to work. I got the vlog uploaded, and that's about all I did, to be honest. That's all I did was upload the vlog, and then got dressed and came and got in the car and went to work. Today I decided I'm going to rest because I know the rest of the week's going to be stressful. I've got 2 more tests. It's one tomorrow and one Thursday. Both of them will be medium difficulty. The one tomorrow is literature, which means I have a matching section and 2 essays. And the one for macroeconomics is online, and I can use notes on it, but we probably won't have time to use many notes, so you just gotta kind of pick the ones you use notes on, and the rest of them you have to do really quick if you want to use notes. So maybe we'll do all right on it. I'm not sure completely. Hopefully, we should do at least passing. That's what we're hoping for, but. Anyway, I gotta go to work. I'm going to go get Chinese food on my lunch break, so I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, I'm on my lunch break. I just ate some beast Chinese food. I love that place. I could eat that place every single day, but I would also weigh 6,000 pounds if I did so. So, is that even possible? No, it's not. You get the idea. Figuratively speaking, I would weigh a whole heck of a whole lot. As I look down through here and I see a very large man leaning against the wall with his foot up in the air trying to tie a shoe. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I've got about 12 minutes or so till I have to go back to work. And should be fine. We've got 3.5 more hours left to work, so not too bad. We're just here till 10:30, closing tonight. So everybody leaves at 8, and it's just me and James. Well, except for Brian, and he's back in the back cleaning, and I won't see him at all. So it's just going to be me and James after 8 o'clock. So 1 more hour with everybody, and then pretty much it's going to be me and him, and we're going to hang out and have fun and all that good stuff. So. And then I gotta go home and get prepared to study in the morning for my final. So that's the agenda. But today's work hasn't been that bad. I really haven't done a whole lot. Pretty much just open on a register as needed and just bag the rest of the time. It's pretty much what I've done today. We've had a couple extra cashiers today, so it's not been anything bad, and it won't be pretty much for the rest of the week. Well, the rest of the week, I don't have another cashier shift till Saturday. Work at 8 to 5 Saturday. That's going to suck. That will suck, because that's going to be, like, forever long. So, anyway, though, it's good hours, good money, so can't really complain. So let's go back to work, and I'll see you guys when I get out. Hey guys, I just got off of work, and me and my coworker have been talking tonight, and I think I've mentioned this before in my vlogs, and like I said before, and I've said this over and over, and I'm going to state it again just to make sure we're on the same page. There will be no religious debates in the comments, okay? I do not want any criticism. Now, I don't care if you say, you know, this is my religion, this is what I feel, but do not criticize someone else, and do not argue with someone else about religion. Do I have myself understood? Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. We had this long thought out conversation. I've mentioned this before in my vlogs, but for some of you new guys, I just want you guys to realize something. Not realize, but I just want to share something with you guys that I think everybody should take into consideration, because I have this weird quest for knowledge all the time, and it's something that I think about a lot. So if you guys don't know, I am a Christian. I attend church and all this stuff. Like I said, we're not going to go into religious debates. However, I have this theory. It's called it's nothing that I came up with. Don't get me wrong. I didn't come up with this, but it is a theory called the gap theory, which what it does is it for the believer in creationism, it gives them a reason to believe evolution. See, I particularly believe in evolution because I don't see that there's significant evidence for us to do away with evolution. Because if you look at all this time-printed evidence, you know, the fossils, the gaseous deposits in the earth, all this stuff that we can timestamp and traces back to all these billions and trillions of years that are unaccounted for in creationism. Which is why I like to believe in the gap theory. The gap theory is this little theory. It's if you know anything about the Bible, and if you're an atheist, and like I said, no arguments. If you're an atheist, you know, at least read the Bible, read the Quran, read all these other religious texts, just so you know where you stand. Because if I were an atheist, I would want to know where I stand. That way I can, you know, defend my religion, but not argue it. You know, I never want to repress a religion on anybody. But your quest for knowledge will only strengthen you in any type of religious or lack thereof. So, in the Bible, in Genesis, there's this, you know, there's the 7 days of creation. God creates the heaven and the earth, all this stuff, and then Adam and Eve are created. Okay, they're in the Garden of Eden. This is this perfect place where there's no need to keep time. There's no need to keep days, months, years, etc. There's no need for time limits because everything's perfect. There's no need for us to count down, to count up anything. There's no birthdays or anything because nobody's born. There's no need for us to keep dates or time or any other measurement because everything is provided for us. Everything is provided. If you know, like Adam and Eve, they need something that's provided. Everything they need. It's a perfect world. So in this perfect time, in this perfect world, there's no exact amount of time. There's no time given to how long that they're in this Garden of Eden. There's no time limit to exactly how long they're there. In this time limit, I like to believe that it's the time limit to where all this stuff leading up to the history of the Bible after the Garden of Eden, everything that leads up to everything after the Garden of Eden is what we see in the Bible. That's the 5,000 years that you see in biblical history. Everything that's related to in our world history and what we see. So up until Adam and Eve leave the not 5,000 years. That's a mistake. I'm sorry. Not 5,000 years, but everything after they leave the Garden of Eden is what we see as our history and what we recall as history. So everything before that is the time period of which evolution happens. Everything outside of the Garden of Eden is happening with evolution. We have our dinosaurs, we have our evolution from cells, we have our evolution from which part of evolution we believe. we have all this evolution happening outside of the Garden of Eden. Everything is growing up around them. It's like Adam and Eve are stuck in this time zone to where nothing happens. They don't age. Nothing happens. It's just like they're frozen in time because this little space of garden is perfect. And everything outside of the Garden of Eden is growing. It's evolving into what we know it as when Adam and Eve leave the Garden of Eden. This is where we get all our fossils. This is where we get all of our time-stamped evidence for argument for evolution. All this stuff happens outside of the Garden of Eden. So that's why when Adam and Eve come out, they start living their life. They create the 12 tribes of Israel. They disperse into the world. And you can't argue that there aren't other people outside of the Garden of Eden. It just doesn't. You can't argue that, because you can't tell me that in the time period between when they leave the Garden of Eden and now, that we created 6 billion people. I can't see that. So there has to be other people outside, and I mean, evolution would explain, actually natural selection would explain why we have people of different races and different cultures and stuff. Natural selection itself would discern between color of skin, changes in the body, facial features, all this stuff. But I feel like there were already other people of these different types of body structure in the world. So that's my little gap theory. I mean, you know, it would take me an hour to sit here and just tell you everything in it. But in a nutshell, that is the theory, the gap theory. It's hard to grasp at times. It's a lot of things to think about in your head. It's like in your head you're creating this little world. Think of it like a computer. Your brain is a computer, and you're constantly creating this image in your head of what you're thinking, and it is impossible to actually sit here and think of all this stuff without actually going nuts. And that's what happens to me, and that's why I have gray hair, because this is the stuff I sit around and think about. But it's definitely something to think about. Like I said, actually I don't want any discussion about this unless you're asking me a question, or you say, you know, that's a good theory or whatever, but I don't want you to argue with other people or put down any religion or faith or whatever people believe in. Just don't put anybody down, be respectful. I don't mind if you talk about the gap theory, but please don't criticize anyone. So that's just how I feel. I thought it was interesting.
To make her dance, bands to make her dance. All these chains popping, I'm just popping bands to make her dance.
Hey guys, I'm going to go to bed. It is 1:10 in the morning. I have to get up. I get to sleep in a little bit in the morning, and we'll sleep until about 9-ish, and then till about 9-ish, yeah, and then get up, and I gotta study for my literature final, and then after that, I'm gonna study for. I may go to the gym after that before I go to church, and then when I come back from church, I'm gonna study for my macroeconomics final, and then after that we are done. So tomorrow should be fun, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good night, guys.